The US government is incredible at many things and has a long list of achievements. For example, donating to starving corporations, protecting innocent civilians from being thrown into jail, and of course, providing fireworks shows to impoverished countries. But one thing I've noticed that they're actually not so good at is making 3D models. Now, while this might come across as a joke, one organization of the US government actually has a critical use for 3D models, and it's completely and utterly necessary for this organization to make sure their 3D models are perfect for anything they do to work properly. I'm talking about Elon Musk's business rival. NASA is probably the most efficient, most successful government organization that there is. NASA has been around for decades and is praised for being the first organization to actually employ people with a mechanical engineering degree. NASA was so amazing when it first started off that they even color sorted their own employees for efficiency. But what most people know NASA for is being the first organization in the world to put a man in a film studio. Needless to say, NASA puts rockets in the sky, and with AI on the rise, they're our best chance of survival against the machines. We have to do everything we can to help NASA prevail and improve, so today, we're fixing the topology of their rockets. No one has ever given a proper topology audit of NASA rockets, and without knowing just what kind of 3D geometry they're made of, we can never be sure that they're performing at their maximum levels of efficiency. Unfortunately though, guys, we're talking about a high-clearance government agency with maximum security and large amounts of classified intel. Obviously it's not like they just leave their models on some crummy website for anyone to download. Gee willikers, it sure was difficult to access this 3D model, but it's finally in our Blender viewport so we can actually take a good look at it and assess its topology. To start off, let's actually shade it smooth. Let's see if we can make this, it's all like warbly and stuff down here. Let's see if we can make it a little bit better. That should have fixed it. Whatever, let's just go into edit mode and see what we're dealing with. Oh my god! I didn't think it was gonna be that bad! No wonder their rockets keep crashing! If they screw up a telescope this badly, imagine what their actual rockets look like! Alright, this is disgusting, we're gonna fix it immediately. Alright, to start off, let's just dissolve some faces. I'll grab these guys, Oh my god, every single face is disconnected. If you've never used Blender, I can't think of a single worse thing that could happen to a model. Look at this. Okay, no. Okay, no, back up. So this is what it should look like when you move a face, you know? You click on it, you move it, all the faces around it move with it because it's attached to the model, right? That makes perfect sense. But now look what happens when we move the faces on this little gremlin. So we're just gonna by all accounts that makes it basically impossible to fix. Wait, hold on. Okay, I could try snapping the vertices together. Hold on, let's see if that works. So vertex snapping looks like this. When you have a vertex that's supposed to be attached to another one, you can click this little, not that one, this button, that button, and now if you press G to move it, it just like snaps into place and then it's just one vertex. It's awesome. But do the same principles apply to this abhorrent participation trophy of a 3D model? Let's see. God, this is such a weirdly made 3D model. Okay. Let's try moving this one, snapping it into place. It does work. Okay. There's just so many overlapping vertices, we have to connect them all. Well, there's one done. Let's see how many we have left. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like a teenage mother aborting her autistic baby, I deem this 3D model beyond repair. Instead, I'm just gonna remake it. Okay, they started with a cylinder. Let's do 24 vertices. Beautiful. Now we have these. What? Why is it square right there? We're literally just gonna merge vertices on this top section to like make these faces flat as they're supposed to be in the original thing, which is kind of genius, but it's making the topology look not ideal. And there's a nice big girthy cylinder erecting out from the center. Let's make that. I'm gonna grab the bottom face, Shift D to duplicate it, G and Z to move it up, S to scale it down, and now we can actually just extrude this entire thing up through the center until it lines up with the top. Apply those transformations so we can bevel the top. Oh, nice. I don't really want to bother making this weird shape. It's like a half cube, half curvy thing at the top, so I'm just gonna steal it from NASA. Alright, it's been grid snapped on there as well. It's in like the perfect position. Look at how much better my version looks. And really the only other thing it was missing, we could add all these details, but this doesn't really add anything to the telescope. We'll stretch these bad boys out, our X a little bit. Beautiful. Well, our Hubble telescope is done. Look at the topological improvement though. Oh my, perfect quads all around. Oh, absolutely pristine compared to this monster piece. Disgusting. NASA, take notes. Oh, I think NASA probably has like a couple other models on here, but honestly, I think I've made my point. It's pretty freaking obvious that with a little bit of extra money, NASA could make their 3D models much better. So honestly, all they need is just a few extra dollars. Kill me. Oh, gee, that sure is funny. In the wise words of Sun Tzu, okay, I need a break from the government and bad topology. And you do too! This video is sponsored by Sedata, this awesome company that makes some beautiful gaming desks. I mean, look at this stuff! And they come with LED lights! You can save up to 50% off right now with their fall sale. I mean, guys, that's like $200 off! So even if you don't want to buy anything, I mean, at least give the website a look. Like, these are actually just some of the coolest looking desks I've ever seen. Thank you again to Sedata for sponsoring today's video. Wow, wasn't that so much nicer than talking about bad topology? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. The whole thing is edited and we're still 15 seconds short of getting mid-roll ads. Just hang tight with me for a bit until the 8-minute mark. Ah, there we go.
I need to win, bro. No, I love gambling, bro.